Congratulations. If you are here, listening to these words, there is already something extraordinary happening in your life. Not tomorrow, not yesterday. Today, this moment, this date, 19 September, is very, very special for you. Why? Because life has placed you exactly where you need to be, with exactly the message you need to hear. There are no accidents. There is a reason why your ears caught this vibration, why your heart leaned closer to these words. Today is not just a day on the calendar. It is a doorway. It is a reminder that destiny whispers, not in noise, but in silence, not in chaos, but in moments like this. Awareness creates miracles. These 3 words, if you truly understand them, can shift the entire course of your life. But the truth is, most people live unaware. They wake up in the morning, and the first thing they do is pick up their phone, scroll through the endless noise of the world, and already their mind is distracted, divided, pulled away from the most essential reality of all, the present moment. And so, their day begins in unconsciousness. They go to work, they drive their car, they speak with others, they eat their food, but they are not really present. They are living, yet not alive. Existing, yet not awake. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine opening your eyes in the morning and becoming aware of the simple fact that you are breathing. Aware that life, without asking anything in return, has granted you one more sunrise. Awareness is a light, and when you shine that light even on the most ordinary act, such as brushing your teeth, drinking a cup of water, taking your first steps, it transforms into something extraordinary. The miracle does not lie outside you. It is not in the money you hope to earn, not in the recognition you want from others, not even in the destination you are chasing. The miracle is already here, hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to notice. You see, awareness is the key that unlocks doors you never realized existed. If you look back on your life, you will see moments where you were rushing, distracted, unaware, and because of that you missed something vital. Maybe an opportunity passed you by. Maybe someone who loved you spoke words you did not fully hear. Maybe your own inner voice whispered, but you were too busy to notice. This is the price of unconscious living. We miss what is precious while chasing what is temporary. But the moment you bring awareness into your life, everything begins to shift. Imagine sitting in silence for just 1 minute, closing your eyes and observing the breath as it enters and leaves your body. Nothing magical has happened in the outside world. The room is the same. The sounds around you are the same. Yet inside, a new space opens. That space is clarity. That space is presence. That space is the birthplace of miracles. Why? Because when you are truly aware, you see reality as it is, not as your distracted mind imagines it to be. Let me tell you a story. There was once a monk who walked through the forest carrying a bucket of water. On his way, the bucket slipped and spilled. Most people would have been frustrated, angry at themselves for being careless. But the monk simply stopped, looked at the spilled water on the ground, and smiled. When asked later why he smiled, he said, "Because for the first time, I truly saw water. I saw its transparency. I saw its reflection of the trees above. I saw the way it soaked into the earth. It was so beautiful, and yet all these years I have been drinking it without noticing. Today I became aware, and today I met water for the first time." This is awareness. To meet life, not through the haze of habit, but through the freshness of attention. And when you live like this, miracles no longer appear rare. They become your daily experience. The miracle of being able to walk when so many cannot. The miracle of a beating heart pumping without your command. The miracle of a single breath sustaining you moment by moment. The problem is not that miracles do not exist. The problem is that we are too distracted to see them. We chase after extraordinary events while ignoring the extraordinary that is already happening. Think of it. You carry a universe inside your body. Billions of cells working together in perfect harmony to keep you alive. Yet do you ever stop and give thanks? Awareness allows you to do exactly that. It brings reverence into your life. Reverence for the small, reverence for the ordinary, reverence for what is already here. And when you revere life, life opens itself to you in ways you never imagined. But awareness is not just about appreciating beauty. It is also about recognizing truth. Many of us live unaware of the patterns that guide our behavior. We get angry quickly, we worry excessively, we compare ourselves endlessly, and yet we never stop to ask, why am I doing this? Where does this reaction come from? This is unconsciousness. To be tossed around by emotions without awareness is like being a leaf in the wind, going wherever the storm takes you. But awareness gives you roots. With awareness, you catch yourself in the moment of anger and say, anger is here. Not, I am angry, but anger is here. That simple recognition creates distance. And in that distance, you find freedom. The freedom not to react blindly, but to respond consciously. This is why awareness is the seed of transformation. Because you cannot change what you cannot see. Imagine trying to fix a wound on your arm, but refusing to look at it. You will only make it worse. In the same way, you cannot heal your inner wounds without first becoming aware of them. And awareness is not judgment. Awareness does not say, this is good, this is bad. Awareness simply sees. It shines a light. And in that light, healing naturally begins. When I say awareness creates miracles, I am not talking about magic tricks. I am talking about the miracle of becoming whole. The miracle of seeing your life as it is, and in that seeing, finding peace. Let us take a simple example: eating. Most people eat while distracted. They are talking, watching a screen, thinking of tomorrow. They put food into their mouth, chew, swallow, but they do not taste. Yet when you eat with awareness, you truly taste. You notice the texture, the flavor, the effort of the earth, and the hands that brought this food to your table. Eating becomes meditation. Eating becomes gratitude. And what is the miracle here? The miracle is that something as ordinary as a meal becomes nourishment, not just for the body, but for the soul. Now imagine applying this to every aspect of your life. Walking with awareness, so that every step connects you with the earth. Speaking with awareness, so that your words carry clarity and compassion. Listening with awareness, so that you truly hear, not just the sound of words, but the silence between them. This is how awareness creates miracles, by transforming the mundane into sacred. But do not think awareness is something far away, something you must travel to a monastery to discover. It is already within you. Right now, as you listen to my words, become aware of your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Notice the sound around you. Notice your posture. Already awareness is here. It has always been here. The only question is, will you remember it? Or will you allow yourself to forget again in the noise of daily life? There is a story of a disciple who asked his master, "What is the secret of enlightenment?" The master replied, "When you walk, walk. When you eat, eat. When you breathe, breathe." The disciple was confused and said, "But I already do these things." The master smiled and said, "No, when you walk, you are already thinking of your destination. When you eat, you are already thinking of tomorrow's problems. When you breathe, you are not aware of breathing. To truly walk, to truly eat, to truly breathe, that is awareness. That is enlightenment. This is the essence of what I wish to share with you today. Awareness is not something extraordinary. It is the return to what is most natural. And yet, in its simplicity lies its power. Because when you live aware, your life changes. You no longer waste time chasing illusions. You no longer drown in regret of the past or fear of the future. You live fully here, in this moment. And that is where all miracles happen, in the now. Think of your relationships. How many arguments arise not because of real conflict, but because we were not truly listening? If you listen with awareness, you hear not just the words, but the heart behind the words. You feel the emotion, the unspoken longing, the hidden pain. And when someone feels truly heard, healing begins. This is the miracle of awareness in relationships. It creates bridges where there were walls. Think of your work. How often do you rush through tasks just to finish, without awareness of what you are doing? And then you wonder why the work feels empty, why you feel drained. But when you bring awareness into your work, even the simplest task becomes fulfilling. Washing dishes, writing an email, walking to the store. If done with awareness, each act becomes meditation. And when life becomes meditation, you no longer seek miracles, they unfold naturally. Now you may ask, how do we cultivate awareness? The answer is simply by practice. Awareness is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Begin with small things. When you wake up, before reaching for your phone, take 3 conscious breaths. When you drink water, notice the coolness on your tongue. When you speak, pause for 1 moment before words leave your lips. These little practices plant the seeds of awareness. And as you nurture them, awareness will grow into a tree that shades your entire life. But remember, awareness is not about perfection. Do not strive to be aware every second. That striving itself becomes another distraction. Instead, be gentle. When you forget, simply notice that you forgot and return. Return again and again. This returning is awareness. This humility is awareness. And as you practice, something profound will happen. You will begin to see that awareness is not just within you. It is the very fabric of existence. The universe itself is aware. Life itself is awake. And when your awareness meets universal awareness, you experience oneness. You realize you were never separate, never alone. The miracle is not that you awaken. The miracle is that you remember you were awake all along. So, today, on this very special day, 19th September, I invite you to take awareness into your life. Do not let this day be ordinary. Let it be the day you opened your eyes, not just to the world outside, but to the world within. Let it be the day you tasted water for the first time, felt the breath for the first time, listened for the first time. And then, let this day expand into tomorrow, and tomorrow into the rest of your life. Awareness creates miracles. And the greatest miracle is this: when you live with awareness, you no longer wait for life to become special. Every day, every hour, every breath becomes special. And then, you realize it was never about the calendar. It was never about 19th September being special. It was about you becoming aware. And when you are aware, every date, every moment, every heartbeat is holy. The power of letting go is one of the greatest lessons life can teach you. Yet it is also one of the hardest for the human heart to accept. From the day we are born, we begin to hold. We hold on to the warmth of our mother's embrace, onto the comfort of familiar places, onto toys, onto friends, onto dreams. And as we grow older, we begin to hold even tighter. We hold on to our possessions, our identities, our titles, our relationships, our memories, our fears. Holding becomes a habit. It feels safe, as though by clinging we can stop time, control life, and prevent loss. But life is not built for holding. Life is a river, and rivers flow. When you try to hold the water in your hands, it slips through your fingers no matter how tightly you close them. This is the truth we must learn. Not to dam the river, but to flow with it. Letting go does not mean indifference. It does not mean you stop loving, or stop caring, or stop valuing what is precious. It means you stop attaching yourself to things as if they must remain forever. Because nothing remains. Everything changes. Seasons change, bodies change, people change. The very thoughts you are having right now will change. If you fight this truth, you will suffer. But if you embrace it, you discover a freedom beyond measure. Think for a moment about all the weight you are carrying. Regrets about the past, expectations about the future, resentments that live quietly in your chest, unspoken but heavy. Fears that whisper at night when you try to rest. Do you realize how much of your life force is being consumed just to carry these things? And yet, when you look closely, you see they are not tangible. You cannot hold them in your hands. They exist only in the mind. The moment you decide to release them, they vanish like smoke. The burden is not real. It is created by clinging. There was once a story of two monks walking together on a journey. They came to a river where a woman stood, unable to cross. One monk, without hesitation, lifted her up and carried her across the water. He set her down on the other side and continued walking. Hours passed in silence. Finally, the other monk, disturbed, said, "Brother, why did you carry that woman? We are monks. We must not touch women." The first monk smiled gently and said, "I put her down hours ago, but it seems you are still carrying her." This is the power of letting go. How often do we carry what no longer exists? A word someone spoke years ago, a mistake we made long ago, an opportunity we think we missed. We carry them not on our backs, but in our minds, replaying them endlessly until they weigh more than stones. Letting go means finally setting them down. On this day, this 19th September, a day that life itself has whispered to you as very, very special, I invite you to ask yourself, what am I still holding that no longer serves me? What thoughts repeat in my head that keep me tied to yesterday? What fears keep me from stepping into tomorrow? What attachments make me blind to the gift of this moment? Letting go is not loss. Letting go is liberation. Imagine standing in a forest with your hands full of stones. You wish to pick up the flowers around you, to gather the fruit from the trees, to feel the softness of the earth. But you cannot. Your hands are full. Only when you drop the stones can you receive the gifts of the forest. Life is the same. If your hands and heart are filled with yesterday's weight, how can you receive today's blessings? How can you embrace tomorrow's opportunities? To let go is to empty your hands so that life may fill them again and again. Many people fear letting go because they think it means weakness. They think it means surrender, defeat, losing what they value. But true letting go is the opposite. It is the courage to trust life. It is the courage to say, I release control, because I know life has a rhythm greater than my understanding. It is the wisdom to see that everything has its season, just as flowers bloom and fade, just as the sun rises and sets, just as the tide comes in and out. To let go is to live in harmony with the natural law of impermanence. Let us reflect on relationships. Sometimes we hold on to people not because they belong in our lives, but because we fear loneliness. We stay attached to friendships that have grown toxic, to partners who do not truly see us, to communities that no longer nourish us, because the thought of letting go terrifies us. But by holding on, we block the path of growth. By holding on, we prevent the right people from entering. Have you ever noticed that when you finally release someone who was draining you, a new energy enters your life? This is not coincidence. It is the law of space. You cannot invite new light into a room filled with clutter. You cannot invite new love into a heart filled with attachment. To let go is to create space, and in that space miracles can arrive. Letting go also applies to success and failure. Many people define themselves by achievements. They hold tightly to titles, positions, victories of the past. But what happens when the title is taken away, when the crowd stops applauding? If your identity is tied to what you achieved, then losing it feels like losing yourself. That is why awareness of impermanence is so important. Success comes, success goes. Failure comes, failure goes. Neither is permanent. Neither defines who you are. You are not the wave that rises and falls. You are the ocean that remains. When you let go of identification with success and failure, you find peace. Do not mistake this for passivity. Letting go does not mean you stop striving, stop dreaming, stop acting. It means you strive without clinging. You dream without attachment. You act without demanding a certain result. This is freedom. A warrior swings his sword with full strength, but when the battle ends, he lays it down. He does not carry it forever. In the same way, you give your best to life, but then you release the outcome. If it succeeds, good. If it fails, good. You remain steady because you are not holding on to either. Think also about your inner fears. So many of us hold tightly to fear as if it protects us. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of change. But look closely, and you will see that fear is just a story. It is the mind imagining what has not yet happened. To let go of fear is to realize that the present moment is always safe. Right now in this breath, nothing is attacking you, nothing is collapsing, nothing is lost. Right now, you are safe. Fear belongs to an imagined future. By letting it go, you return to reality, and in reality there is peace. Letting go also means forgiveness. Perhaps you hold anger towards someone who hurt you. You replay their actions in your mind, fueling resentment. But every time you do this, you drink poison and expect the other to suffer. Forgiveness is not about excusing their behavior. Forgiveness is about letting go of your own suffering. It is cutting the chain that ties you to their shadow. When you forgive, you are free. And freedom is the greatest power. To let go is to trust. Trust that life knows what it is doing, even when you do not. Trust that endings are beginnings in disguise. Trust that loss is not punishment but transformation. Think of a tree in autumn. The leaves fall, and for a moment the branches are bare. If the tree resisted, if it tried to cling to its leaves, it would suffer endlessly. But by letting go, it prepares for winter, and in time, for spring. New leaves grow, new life blossoms. So too with us. The things we lose are often preparing us for something greater. On this 19th of September, ask yourself, what leaves are you still holding? What has life already told you to release, but you continue to cling to out of fear? This is your invitation to trust the seasons of your life, to let the leaves fall so that spring may come. The power of letting go is not only in what you release, but in what you discover after releasing. You discover lightness, you discover peace. You discover that life is not a burden to be carried, but a dance to be lived. Imagine walking with a heavy backpack for years, filled with rocks you do not need. Then one day, you put it down. Suddenly, every step feels effortless. Suddenly, you can breathe deeper, walk farther, see clearer. That is what letting go feels like. And the truth is, you have the power to put it down at any moment. You do not need permission. You do not need the perfect time. You only need the courage to unclench your fist and open your hand. The moment you do, life rushes in. So, when I say the power of letting go, I mean the power to live free from the chains of yesterday, free from the illusions of tomorrow, free from the attachments that blind you to this moment. I mean the power to walk lightly, to love deeply without clinging, to act boldly without fear, to embrace change without resistance. I mean the power to trust life as it flows, knowing you are not here to control the river, but to flow with it. Remember this: what is meant for you will not pass you by, and what passes you by was never meant for you. Letting go is trusting that truth. And when you trust it, you no longer live in desperation, you live in peace. So today, let 19th of September be the day you release. Release the anger, release the fear, release the burden, release the story. Stand empty-handed and watch how life fills you with more than you could have imagined. This is the power of letting go. This is the key to freedom. And when you are free, life itself becomes a miracle. Your struggle is your teacher. At first, these words may sound uncomfortable, even unfair, because struggle is the part of life we often resist the most. When we are in the middle of pain, when obstacles stand in our way, when challenges surround us, the last thing we want to believe is that this difficulty has something to offer us. We would rather wish it away, escape it, or replace it with comfort. Yet, if you look closely, you will see that the deepest growth of your life has always come through struggle, not in spite of it, but because of it. Think back to a time when life tested you. Maybe it was a loss, a failure, a broken relationship, a health challenge, or a time when you were alone and uncertain. In that moment, it may have felt unbearable. You may have asked, why me? Why now? What did I do to deserve this? But now looking back, do you see how it shaped you? How it carved strength where weakness used to live? How it taught you patience where you once rushed? How it gave you compassion because you now understood pain in a way you never had before? This is why struggle is your teacher, because lessons that comfort cannot teach, struggle whispers in silence. Imagine a sword. If it is left untouched, it remains dull. To sharpen it, it must be pressed against the stone, over and over, creating sparks, creating resistance. The steel resists, but through that resistance it becomes sharper, stronger, more capable. In the same way, your character is shaped not by ease, but by resistance. Without struggle, you would remain dull, unaware of your true strength. It is only when life presses against you that you awaken the hidden sharpness within. We often pray for an easy life. We say, "Let me be free from problems, let everything go smoothly, let nothing disturb me." But an easy life does not create a strong soul. The bamboo that grows in calm weather is fragile, but the bamboo that bends in storms without breaking becomes resilient. Struggle bends you, yes, but it also shows you that you cannot be broken. You discover flexibility. You discover endurance. You discover that beneath the surface of your fear and pain lies an unshakable core. Your struggle is not here to punish you. It is here to teach you. And the teaching is always about discovering who you really are beyond appearances. Many people walk through life wearing masks, pretending to be strong, pretending to be confident, pretending to be in control. But when struggle comes, the masks fall. What remains is the truth. And it is only when you see the truth of yourself that you can grow. There was once a student who asked his master, "Why is life so hard? Why must there be so much suffering?" The master took him to the blacksmith's workshop. There, the blacksmith was heating a piece of metal until it was red hot, then striking it again and again with a hammer. The student watched as sparks flew and the metal slowly began to take the shape of a sword. The master said, "Do you see? Without the fire and without the hammer, this metal is useless. But with fire and with the strike, it becomes something strong, something valuable." Life does the same to you. Do not curse the fire or the hammer. They are shaping you. In your struggles, you may feel the fire, you may feel the hammer, but what is really happening is transformation. The self you thought was weak is being melted away. The strength you never knew you had is being forged. Struggle is not your enemy. It is the forge in which you are created anew. Look also at nature. The seed must struggle to break out of the soil. If it does not, it will never reach the light. The caterpillar must struggle within the cocoon, pushing, tearing, fighting, until it emerges as a butterfly. If you were to help the butterfly by cutting the cocoon open, it would die, because it is the very struggle of emerging that strengthens its wings to fly. Do you see? The struggle is not a barrier, it is the preparation for flight. So too, the struggles of your life are preparing you for a transformation you cannot yet see. When you begin to understand this, something shifts. You stop asking, "Why me?" And you start asking, "What is this teaching me?" You stop resisting and start listening. And when you listen, you discover wisdom hidden within the pain. Maybe your struggle is teaching you patience, because life is asking you to slow down. Maybe it is teaching you compassion, because until you walked through pain, you could not understand the pain of others. Maybe it is teaching you courage, because only by facing fear do you realize you are stronger than it. Your struggle is your teacher. And like any great teacher, it will not always give you comfort. Sometimes it will test you until you want to give up. Sometimes it will ask you to carry weight that feels too heavy. Sometimes it will take away what you thought you needed, only to show you that you are more than what you lost. But in the end, when the lesson is learned, you will not curse the teacher. You will bow to it in gratitude, because you will see that without it, you would not be who you are today. There is a practice in martial arts where the student is pushed to their limits, not to break them, but to reveal to them that their limits are further than they believed. When the muscles burn, when exhaustion comes, when the mind says, "I cannot," that is the moment the teacher says, "One more." And in that one more, the student discovers a strength they did not know they had. Life works the same way. When you are ready to give up, life whispers, "One more step, one more breath, one more try." And when you take it, you expand. You discover you are capable of more than you ever imagined. It is easy to see the gift of struggle in hindsight, but the challenge is to see it while you are in it. Right now, if you are facing difficulty, it may feel like darkness. But remember, the seed is also in darkness before it grows. The diamond is buried in the earth before it shines. The gold must be purified in fire before it gleams. Struggle feels dark because it is a process of becoming. Do not mistake the process for the end. What feels like breaking is often reshaping. When pain comes, sit with it. Do not run, do not hide, do not numb it away. Sit, breathe, and listen. Ask, "What are you here to teach me?" And if you stay long enough, you will hear an answer. Sometimes the answer is subtle. Sometimes it takes years to reveal itself. But the answer is always there. Struggle never visits without carrying a gift. And yet, most people run from it. They drown it in distractions, in pleasures, in denial. But when you run, you must run forever, because struggle will always find you. The way forward is not escape, it is embrace. To say, "Yes, I accept this moment. Yes, I will learn." That acceptance is not weakness, it is strength. It is the strength of a warrior who bows before the battle, not in defeat, but in respect, because the warrior knows that the battle will teach him what peace never could. So, what is your current struggle? Is it a health challenge that forces you to take care of your body? Is it a financial struggle that teaches you the value of simplicity? Is it a relationship struggle that calls you to communicate with truth? Is it an inner struggle that awakens you to your spiritual path? Whatever it is, know that it is not random. Life does not waste pain. There is purpose woven into every challenge. The greatest mistake is to believe that struggle means you are unlucky or forgotten. The truth is the opposite. Struggle means life has trusted you with growth. Just as a teacher gives the hardest lessons to the student who is ready, life gives struggle to the soul that is prepared to expand. If you were not ready, it would not come. This is not punishment, it is preparation. Remember this, the lotus grows only in muddy water. Without the mud, there is no lotus. Without struggle, there is no blossoming of the soul. The mud is not beautiful, but it is necessary. And when the lotus blooms, no one looks at the mud, they admire the flower. But the flower knows, without the mud, I would not exist. In the same way, when you bloom, others will admire your beauty, your strength, your wisdom. But only you will know it was the mud of my struggle that made this possible. So do not curse your struggle, thank it, bow to it, learn from it, and carry its lesson forward. Because once the lesson is learned, the struggle no longer controls you. It becomes a memory, a story, a source of strength. You move forward not as a victim of difficulty, but as a student who has graduated. And when the next struggle comes, you will not fear it. You will say, "Welcome, teacher. I am ready to learn again." On this day, this special 19th of September, let this be the moment you change your relationship with struggle. No longer see it as an enemy. See it as a guide. No longer ask life to take it away. Ask life to show you what it means. And in this shift of perspective, you will find freedom. Because the struggle may remain, but the suffering will lessen. Suffering is not in the pain, it is in the resistance to the pain. When you accept, the pain may remain, but peace flows alongside it. And perhaps the greatest miracle is this: when you look back years from now, you will realize that your greatest struggles gave birth to your greatest gifts. The wound became wisdom. The pain became purpose. The challenge became compassion. the darkness became light. And in that realization, you will smile with gratitude, because you will see the truth of these words. Your struggle was always your teacher.